Hey guys, Jim here with another video for you. This is 50 Years in Film, my 10 favorite films from the years 1988 and 1989. But before we begin, if you like this video, if you like this content, and you like this channel, please, at the end, leave a thumbs up, a possible subscribe, and most importantly, leave comments. I would love to hear from you. Another thing before we begin, I want to send a special shout out to my viewers over in the UK. You guys are great. I've been getting a lot of feedback from you, especially from a subscriber named Alex Wilson. So Alex, keep those comments coming. I appreciate everything, all the support that you guys are giving me, and I hope I can continue to give you content that you will enjoy and continue your discussions at work. So anyways, we're going to jump right in. We're going to give you the usual caveats. These are only the movies that I have on Blu-ray. I am not including any films that I do not own or own on any other kind of physical media. Second caveat, these are simply my favorite movies of these years, not necessarily the best. And I can guarantee there's going to be some selections in this that are going to be controversial. But again, it's all about personal taste. So we're going to jump right in. We're going to do what we normally do. We're going to go down from 10 to 1, and we're not going to go into plots. Starting off, 1988, my number 10 favorite movie from that year, Child's Play. Directed by Tom Holland, and starring Chris Sarandon, Catherine Hicks, and the legendary Brad Dourif. Number 9, The Last Temptation of Christ. Directed by Martin Scorsese, starring Willem Dafoe, Harvey Keitel, Barbara Hershey, and Harry Dean Stanton. Number 8, ironically coming right after Jesus, Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, directed by Anthony Hickox and starring Ashley Lawrence. Number 7, Wes Craven's The Serpent and the Rainbow, starring Bill Pullman, Paul Winfield, Kathy Tyson. Number 6, Phantasm 2. Written and directed by Don Coscarelli, starring James LeGros, Reggie Bannister, and Angus Scrimm as the Tall Man. Top 5. Number 5, The Blob. Directed by Chuck Russell, starring Kevin Dillon and Shawnee Smith. Number 4, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Directed by Robert Zemeckis and starring Bob Hoskins and Christopher Lloyd. Truly a groundbreaking film. Top 3. Number 3, Die Hard. Directed by John McTiernan and starring Bruce Willis and the incredible late great Alan Rickman as Hans Gruber, one of the most iconic villains ever. Number 2, if I can open it, John Carpenter's They Live, starring Roddy Piper and the incredible Keith David, who I did not mention in the original video. The two of them are incredible together. But my favorite movie from 1988, this might be a surprise to some, is Midnight Run. starring Robert De Niro, Charles Grodin, Dennis Farina, and a cast of others, including Yaphet Kotto. Directed by Martin Brest, who also directed Beverly Hills Cop and Scent of a Woman. This is my favorite movie from him, without a doubt. So to recap 1988, number 1 is Midnight Run. Number 2 is They Live. Number 3 is Die Hard. Number 4 is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Number 5 is The Blob. Number 6 is Phantasm 2. Number 7 is The Serpent and the Rainbow. Number 8 is Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. Number 9 is The Last Temptation of Christ. And number 10 is Child's Play. Okay, 1989, we're at the end. And again, there's going to be some controversial picks in this, but it is what it is. Starting off, number 10, Joe Dante's directed The Burbs, starring Tom Hanks, Carrie Fisher, Bruce Dern, and Corey Feldman. Number 9, Wes Craven's Shocker, starring Mitch Pileggi and Peter Berg. Number 8, The Fly 2, directed by Chris Wallace and starring Eric Stoltz, Daphne Zuniga, and John Getz. Number 7, Pet Sematary, directed by Mary Lambert, starring Fred Gwynne, and I can't remember the other guy's name, sorry. I'm having a brain fart. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. Next, we have, coming in at number 6, Parenthood, directed by Ron Howard, starring Steve Martin, Robert Zemeckis, Rick Moranis. Wow, really brain farts today. Keanu Reeves, Diane Wiest, Jason Robards, a million people. Joaquin Phoenix is in this, and he's only like 10 years old. Great movie. Top 5. Number 5, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, starring Keanu Reeves, Alex Winter, and the late, great George Carlin. Number 4, Lethal Weapon 2, directed by Richard Donner, starring Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, and Joe Pesci. Top 3. Number 3, The War of the Roses, directed by Danny DeVito, and starring Michael Douglas, Kathleen Turner, and Danny DeVito. Number 2, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Harrison Ford, Denholm Elliott, Sean Connery, and River Phoenix. And my number 1 favorite movie from 1989, this might be a shock, Roadhouse, directed by Rowdy Harrington, and starring the late, great Patrick Swayze and Sam Elliott. Like I said in the video earlier, I have mixed feelings about this movie, but Roadhouse, without a doubt, when it's all said and done, is my favorite movie from that year. So to recap, Roadhouse is number 1. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is number 2. The War of the Roses is number 3. Lethal Weapon 2 is number 4. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is number 5. Parenthood is number 6. Pet Sematary is number 7. The Fly 2 is number 8. Shocker is number 9. And The Burbs is number 10. And that is the end of the rankings of my favorite films of the 80s. Later on tonight, I will be posting my top 25 from the entire decade. I was up until 3 in the morning making the list. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, a subscribe, and again, give me those comments. I cannot wait to hear from you. And once again, I want to give a special shout out to Alex Wilson and his friends over in the UK. I hope this will continue to keep those discussions flowing, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great one.